Alright, today's video comes from recently we've been seeing a lot of videos of drones being used and dropping grenades that look like this. As the title says, it's a K-51 grenade. It's a Russian designed grenade, and this is just a video, more of a show and tell for people to see one in a better way than just falling off of a drone. There's been a lot of arguing back and forth, because the Ukrainians were accusing the Russians of dropping these, which are technically chemical grenades, obviously, because they're tear gas grenades. So apparently CS gases use them. And there are rules saying you're not supposed to gas out enemies with any type of chemical weapon. So these technically, although police forces and I guess counterterrorism units are allowed to use them, you're not supposed to be using them against regular troops. But the video started surfacing showing them being used by the Russians, and then videos started surfacing of the Ukrainians doing the same thing, which I guess is expected. Both sides are going to do anything they can to win. So this is mostly just a video to show what this thing looks like, and it's not very difficult to see. It's basically uses the same setup type of fuse as the standard F1s and the other Russian grenades. In this case, though, it has a K510 written on it, and that's a specific fuse marking for this grenade. I think it's because it's a shorter delay on it, which most of the chemical grenades and like flash grenades and that do have a shorter delay. From the videos, it's hard to tell. There's not all that much information on them. I'll take it apart. I'm not going to bother taking apart the fuse. If you've seen this video here, it's the same idea. So I'll just unscrew it and take off the parts that can be taken off on it. It's for you to see. So normally the ignition charge would be connected to this. I could unscrew this part, which is where the delay would be, and then this separates off. Same setup as the other one. I could show you that right now by just taking this off, although the connection means is different. Most of the actual grenade fuse works the same, even though it's a UZRGM1. So same idea, and you would have your part here. As I said, similar designed. So the real differences are going to be from seeing it written on there. As for the little bit of a difference, could be manufacturers, could be the fact that it has a shorter delay. This has a 3 written on it. This doesn't really have anything written on it. So the container itself, this one actually has been used for some reason and still has a cap on the bottom. So I don't understand if it was just opened up and burnt, or they just they emptied it and ignited the piece on it. But you could see it's all damaged in there from the heat. It's a metal or aluminum cap, and with a venting hole in the bottom so the gases can come out of there. And that's basically all you have here. I'm assuming you're going to have a CS mix in there and a first fire for it, which basically takes the ignition charge of the igniter after the delay of the grenade and catches the material on fire with that, sort of like kindling in a fireplace, just to help your match catch a little bit more. Like I said, the fuses probably would be almost interchangeable on it if you really wanted to. It's just that they use different mounting methods. So that's screwed on like that. This one here is just screwed into it. And that is basically all that I could tell you about this. It was mostly, as I said, a show and tell, because a couple of numbers off the bottom. I'm guessing some lot numbers in that. But yes, not much else to talk about with this grenade. It'd be nice to have a live one to try one. Obviously, I'm not allowed to do that around here or have one around here. So unfortunately, that's the end of that. So hope you enjoyed this. If there's any questions, I might be able to answer them. But like I said, there are better places to go for actual UXO information. Yeah, you could check Cat UXO and a few other websites for that. If you have any questions, comments, just leave them. Thanks for watching.